Your campaign has taken a number of people by surprise, I think, but you still got a rough road to get to the nomination. How do you get there?
Well, it would be of great help to me if there was a large turnout on Tuesday here, and we won this state. That would give us some momentum, and it would give us some delegates. And that would take us into New York City, in New York State, where I think we have a shot to win. Secretary Clinton, of course, was senator there for 8 years. But the polling suggests that we are closing the gap. And I'm not mistaken, our favorabilities actually are better than hers in her own state. So I think we got a shot to win there. And here is the point about delegate count. Let me be the first to admit that we have done disastrously in the Deep South. We were beaten very badly in all of the states, and she collected a whole lot of delegates. But what I said back then and what I said now is that once you're out of the Deep South and you're heading west, we begin to do a little bit better. The Democratic Party is a little bit more progressive outside of the Deep South. We have now won 6 out of the last 7 caucuses, and Democrats abroad. We'll see how we do here on Tuesday, and then we're going into New York. I think we did very, very well in Washington. I think we can win Oregon. I think we got a good chance to do well in California. So a lot of, you got Pennsylvania out there, a lot of big states with a lot of delegates, and I think we can do well.
How important is Wisconsin?
It's very important.
What do you need to do?
To get 98% of the vote.
There you go.
But I don't think we will. Actually, I'd like 100%, but somebody told me they were not going to vote for me.
That's too much.
That's too much. Look, we want to do as well as we can. We're here. As soon as I leave here, we're going to go to Sheboygan and another event later tonight. We are working very, very hard in your beautiful state, and we hope to do as well as we
The issue
can.
of superdelegates, though, Clinton has a huge advantage
Yes.
there, and they're kind of locked up. How do you surmount that?
Not so sure they're locked up. I mean, that's a fair question. Here's what I think. I don't know the exact numbers. She has, 300 or 400? There are several hundred who have not yet committed. So I think that if people at this point have not yet committed, there is a reasonable chance for us to get a good number of those. But here is the interesting point. In those states, and states like Alaska, where we won 82% of the vote, or Washington, where we won, I don't remember, 73% of the vote, we are going to say to those superdelegates, you know what? You don't have to, but you should vote with the people of your state. The people of the state have, in an overwhelming way, have said they wanted Bernie Sanders, and some of those superdelegates are doing that, to be honest with you. And then the point that we're going to make to the superdelegates who came out, in many cases, very early, for Hillary Clinton, even before I was in the race, is the following. Hillary Clinton and I have our differences of opinion, strong differences of opinion, but we are certainly in agreement that we do not want to see a Republican in the White House. And I think I can make the case, absolutely objectively, that I am the strongest Democratic candidate to defeat Trump or any other Republican who might be the nominee. And that's not me. You take a look at all of the polling that's out there. Look at the last CNN poll out there, had me 20 points ahead of Trump. She was, I think, 12 points ahead. I think there was a poll that just came out in Wisconsin, which is not dissimilar from other state polls, which had me doing a lot better than she against Trump and other Republican candidates. So the argument that we will make is that, in fact, going into a general election, and I say this with no disrespect, Hillary Clinton is not a particularly strong Democratic candidate for president. For whatever reasons, I'm not going to get into them. Her unfavorable ratings are very, very high. I think there's no poll that you can look at where my favorable ratings are not a lot higher. I always do better among independents than she does, and I suspect we will get a surprising number of Republican votes as well. So that's the case that we will make to superdelegates who, yes, they may want Hillary, but more importantly, don't want Trump, that's for sure.